Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 4 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode, we got a preview of the tactics that our party's going to be using for the rest of Chapter 5 here. It's AI controlled, 6 different types. I pointed them all out, and just to give a brief overview of them, when we get to specific battles, I'll explain what some of the tactics are and why I'm choosing them. But for now, if you just want to go back to the last episode, you'll get a good overview of the tactics. Last episode, we also did a lot of exploration, mainly the areas that Taloon went around in during Chapter 3. So, speaking of Taloon, we're going to be heading back to his home village. It's not going to return on our, it's not going to appear on our return menu, but we're still going to go there just because I want to see what the folks are, and I wanted to get that new enemy, the poison Arab enemy there, off the bestiary. Around this area too, you can also run into metal slimes. They give really good experience, and you can potentially defeat them in one hit with Mara's poison needle. So this might be a good place to maybe do some level grinding, but I'm not going to be doing any level grinding. There will be some other metal slimes in another area, so here's another one of those poison Arabs enemies. We didn't, I didn't cut this one out because we had so many battles right in the way with one another that I didn't want the whole big pixelization to overlap with one another. So I figured I'd just keep it in here. It gives you an idea of what type of enemies we'll be encountering around here. Mainly enemies that we're going to start encountering here and to the east in the desert that we're going to be heading toward are enemies that Ragnar kind of ran into in his final part of his chapter in the tower, where the flying shoes took him. So, just give you an idea of the type of enemies we have. So here is Taloon's hometown. There's our friend over there, where Princess Alina rescued the actress May, who was playing princess. So here's Taloon's hometown. Not too much has really changed here. Things are, merchants are still selling the same stuff that they had before. The bad thing is that we had that sword of malice. That's no longer in the inventory anymore. It's no longer in the shop. So yeah, it only lasts for Taloon's chapter. So that would be nice though, because that would have been a really good upgrade for our hero. But Cosmo's will make do with the broadsword for now. And here's Grandpa Tom. He's sleeping. Where's the doggy at? Well, the doggy does return, even though we did not return him in Taloon's chapter. Yeah, the doggy is now at Taloon's old house. And Grandpa Tom's son has basically taken over Taloon's old house and his old job. We're gonna have to come back here later when we get the final key to rob this guy's store. But until then, we don't have to really worry about coming to this place. I could have just waited to come back here later when I got the final key, but I just wanted to, see things while I was in the area. Potentially, like I said, run into one of those metal slimes, get some experience, but didn't run into any, so turn back into daytime, get some more information from the people. As you can see, they're selling the same old stuff. All of it is basically obsoleted. Won't need any of it. But like I said, we'll see that Tom has taken over Taloon's old job. Do you want to talk to my husband? He's working now. Come back at night. We did, and he basically said, "What are you doing here? It's too late." So, still going to be warned to stay off the flower bed, but we don't listen. Please save the world. We'll do our best. Reads a sign. Keep off the flower bed. Yeah, I figured there'd be something like you can search in the flower bed for something, but nope. Thanks to one man, my son changed and began working. Yep, that man was Taloon, who will be our next party. Well, he'll be our next permanent party member. We're going to get a temporary party member by the end of this episode. but Taloon will be the new hero that we'll get eventually. The good dog, just Tav, the dog's name. And there is, you see, Tom's son, who's working now the shop that Taloon used to do. And see, they're no longer selling the Sword of Malices there. Want to buy something? If you want weapons, go to the shop upstairs. Well, we want weapons, but not the ones that you have in stock. So, well, that's pretty much it for this area around here. We'll use our Wing of the Wyvern because we want to make some inventory space. We want to save up Mara's MP. Now we'll just warp to Endor. Now we're going to, now that we're a little bit stronger, have better equipment, and have a party, we're actually going to head to the east toward that tougher desert area that I mentioned before. I mean, here's something we can do right now, but we're not gonna do it right now because we're not gonna gamble in Endor. But if you walk it back and forth in this cave, you leave the cave, then go back in, walk across, and keep going back and forth. Eventually, you'll be like a certain number of passengers through the cave, and you'll get 1,000 coins to spend at the casino as a reward for being that lucky number. But we'll do that in another episode. There's no reason to do it right now because we're not going to be gambling in Endor. We are going to be heading toward the desert over here. Make a quick stop here at this little inn. Hey, there's a little horse cart there. And there's Hector. He will be our new party member. But we have to do something first to get him. This is the way that the game kind of sequence breaks you out of coming over here even if you're strong enough to survive the desert monsters. Because the item we need to have talked to the wagon's owner, I'm his father. He once went to the eastern cave with his friend. Only my son returned, unconscious and injured on his horse Primrose. He changed after that. He doesn't trust anyone. What happened in that cave, I wonder? We'll find out what happened in that cave. But you have to have 3 party members to go into that cave, or to advance in that cave, so that's the way that the game kind of keeps you from sequence breaking and coming over here, even if you were able to take care of the monsters with just Cosmo. You're traveling to save the world? You want the wagon? No, I don't trust you. Leave me alone. No. If you don't get it, do you? I used to travel like you. One day I heard the cave where the most valuable treasure was hidden. I went to the cave with my best friend. I trusted him, but he betrayed me, and darn, just can't trust anyone anymore. So we're gonna have to go over to that cave and see what's going on in it. Because we need that wagon, because if we try to cross the desert without the wagon, you'll see that the game won't let us. It'll keep pushing us back. It's too bad. A wagon is essential for crossing this desert, but the wagon's owner, see, if we try to cross, the game just pushes us back. So, looks like we're going to have to go to that cave and see what happened to Hector there to cause him to be so distrustful. And these people won't say anything new in the daytime. So they will just basically point us in that direction to head to the cave to the east. So that's where we're going to head. Like I said, most of the monsters we're going to find around here are the ones that were in the Locked Tower, where Ragnar ended his adventure. There's some right here, the giant bantams. I kept this in because after this battle, both Nara and Mara will be gaining levels. So they gain a few more spells too. So I believe that Nara gets the Heal More spell, and Mara will be gaining the Fire Bane spell, the stronger Fireball spell. So that'll help out. The cave we're going to, it's kind of there's going to be, I want to say kind of like boss battles. There's like 3 kind of boss battles, but we're not going to be in the party. So you might want to transfer your medical herbs all to Cosmo, and that lunch that we just found in the desert inn there, where Hector was, behind Hector, just to show Cosmo has some extra healing without having to rely on his magic points. Because he may need his magic points to attack, because the first boss that we're going to fight in that cave can potentially cast the Surround spell, and if he does that, then Cosmo's accuracy gets cut down to about 25%, so it might be a tough battle for him to win. So in that case, you'll want to use your spells. Spells are not affected by the surround spell. So we have a really high encounter rate this episode. I just got really, really unlucky, but that's okay. Getting some good experience for our trek into this cave here, the Cave of Betrayal. And we need to have 3 party members in our party to bash through these rocks. If you have less than that, then the wall's just gonna stay there. So, like I said, you're forced to get your companions Mara and Nara here. But unfortunately, we're about to lose them because once we cross through this little narrow hallway here, a pit trap is going to open and take Nara and Mara away. That's why I had Nara quick cast the heal spell to heal Cosmo to full hit points, because we got a little bit of a solo adventuring here to do with Cosmo. Hey, there's our party right there. Let's join him again. You've come to save us. We've been waiting for you to fall into the wall, into the evil wall. Here we have our first little boss fight. Common enemies from a previous chapter, from last chapter actually, the Lick-Licks. But like I said, they can cast the surround spell, and if they do, it can make this battle a little bit tougher for Cosmos. Thankfully, we got the better sword, the bronze sword, and the good armor from the silver statuette cave. So Cosmos should be able to handle it on his own. Once he does that, he falls in, and hey, look, it's Mara and Nara being chased by some demons. The ones you saw upstairs are imposters. There's no hope of escape for you. And you get that same dialogue no matter who you talk to, whether you talk to the demons or the Nara and Mara running around. Same thing with the previous battle. If you talk with either Nara or Mara, they say the same thing, that they're waiting to take you to the Wall of Evil. So we have like our second boss battle. We got these vampire bats, which are a common enemy in the Silver Statue Cave. And we got these new enemies, the Tricksy Oceans here. They're only really, this is the first place where they appear, and as you can see, they give a lot of experience. This is a good place for Cosmo to gain some good experience. He's going to gain over 1,000 experience with, the 900 just from these guys, and then close to 1,000, and close to 1,000 experience, if not more. I forget how much the vampire bats give, but yeah, he's going to get all that experience to himself. So let's see what he gets. 922, yeah, so the vampire bats don't give too much, 11 each, but still that 900 that he got from just those Tricksy Oceans gives him another level here. Luckily though, Cosmo will not be adventuring by himself much longer, and there's no random encounters in this dungeon, so we're lucky. But here's the actual real Mara and Nara. Cosmo, you've come to rescue us, that's what you thought I would say. You won't fool us again. You're not Cosmo. We'll fight you this time. Wait, sis. I really think this really is Cosmo. I can tell. Really? Then answer this. Was Nara at the casino Endor? No, it was Mara. But if we answer wrong, it's okay. Because Nara still like, no, I really think this is the real Cosmo. So yeah, the actual, it was Mara who was betting. So she was like, I was right. This is the monster. I still think it's Cosmo. Cosmo, it is you, isn't it? And we get to ask the same question again, and we say, yeah, And Mara's like, well, maybe you're right. Sorry we doubted you. We've been chased by an imposter for so long now. Let's go. And now we got our party back together. We're going to change our order again, put Nara in the front. This time we're going to actually move Cosmo ahead of Mara, because Cosmo's pretty much caught up with Mara in terms of hit points, and Cosmo has better defensive power than Mara does. So we'll put Mara a little bit toward the back road so she takes less hits. As you see, we just smashed down this wall. We're basically at the area where we started. We'll see where we first found our Mara and Nara clones. There's where we came into the place, but now we got our full party back. We can smash this wall and head down these staircases to get to the treasure room, where we gotta find the symbol of faith, which is what we need to restore Hector's confidence and faith in humanity. It's basically in the middle, but my obsessive compulsiveness is making me destroy all the blocks, even though you don't have to. Same reason why I was destroying all of them upstairs. But yeah, we just smash that block right there in the middle there, and we'll find the treasure chest, and we get the symbol of faith. And we just walk right out. Like I said, there's no random encounters in this dungeon, so it's just a easy walk out. And we can head back to the desert inn there and show that symbol of faith to Hector to restore his faith in humanity, and then he will join us as a temporary party member. He is very similar to Orin. He even has most of the same equipment. I think he has the same hit points too, like 95. And he has a spear, bronze armor. He has a little bit more armor, but he basically functions the same as Orin. But instead of being able to break locks, he has a chance in battle to build up his attack power. We've seen some enemies do that before. Basically, they store up their attack power and then release a stronger hit the next turn. Hector can do that, so... But he'll basically be a pure physical fighter to, even things out. We'll basically have two physical fighters, Cosmo and Hector, and then the two mages, Mara and Nara. A nice little balanced party. You again, what's that gem? What? Looking at it seems to purify my mind. The symbol of faith. I got it. The most valuable treasure has been none other than trusting each other. I've been wrong. Let me join your party. Of course you can take the wagon. And Hector joins our party. Now we can keep Hector in our party. He ain't going to gain any experience. He's not going to gain any levels. But there's no reason why you don't have to kick him out of your party once you get, a fourth party member like Taloon. Although most people tend to probably want to use Taloon instead. The interesting thing with the wagon is when you're walking around in the wagon, any character who's in the wagon will still get experience in battles. So if you're walking in the overworld with the wagon, it doesn't matter, the character doesn't have to be in the actual party to fight to gain experience. However, when you enter some dungeons and the wagon doesn't come with you, only the characters you take into the dungeon gain the experience. So that's what I'm saying, like, you can keep Hector in your party here, but if you're going to a dungeon, you might want to just, leave Hector out of the party, so then you can have, like, somebody who is going to gain experience and gain levels enter the party with you. So you can run into some metal slimes here in the desert, which is a little bit easier to take out now that we have Hector, because it gives us another chance of attack. Theoretically, we can take them out in one turn if everybody hits, so... we had that one metal slime in the silver statue cave that we almost defeated. We did 3 damage to it, we only needed one more attack to finish it, and unfortunately it ran away. But if we had Hector there, or another fourth party member, we might have been able to defeat it. But, because we would have had 2 more chances to hit it, but... oh well. Well, we finally were able to cross the desert, and we reached a new town. We're going to explore this town in the next episode. See, there's 2 inns. One's more expensive than the other. There's no reason to stay at the more expensive inn. It's not like you get a prize or anything, or a certain item for doing it. So, but the episode's running a little long, so what I'm just going to do here is I'm going to save my game here with this House of Healing, this cleric here. And we'll come back here in our next episode to talk with all the people here, gain some more information, maybe find out what Taloon's been up to, if these people have found Taloon. So, take care, have a good one, and see you in the next episode. Thanks for following along. Bye!